Rio.
Rio, yeah.
Yeah, I did Rio in Cabo for like 5 days.
Uh-huh.
Then now we just kind of did our own thing. We kind of tired of the resort life and all inclusive, eating the same thing. So now we out in the town. It's this little town called La Paz, like 2 hours away, and we're just trying to get more acclimated with the people, with the local stuff. So that's how we doing it. That's how we doing it. Yeah, but yeah, man. I'm still, trying to be able to serve people as much as I can, because
I see. All the way from Mexico.
yeah, yeah. I just remember when I just, first got started, I paid tens of thousands of dollars for like mentorship, and it was hard to get in touch, with the actual mentor. I paid money too. Um, so, I just want to be able to reach the people and, help you guys get along wherever you are in your journey. Um, so speaking of which, like, where are you in your journey?
Well, here, just a little bit about me. I am located in Chicago, Illinois. So
Okay.
I've been around the business for about 5 years,
Hmm.
um, but not really like on a full-time basis. I know that there's money to be made in this business. I got 4 deals actually here in Chicago. What I did with partners on fix and flips, but I
Yeah.
really didn't make as much money as I wanted to
Right.
on those because there was like about like 4 or 5 partners on the deal, so it had to be split
Yeah, a
all
lot of
ways.
ways. A lot of ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of ways.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
how did you come across the first one? Because I feel like the first one is always the hardest. Like, how did you?
No, well, actually, the first one was a wholesale deal, and it was a condo right down the street from where I live at. So one of my coworkers had passed away, and a
Mm,
father lived in Florida, and
okay.
he didn't want anything to do with the condo.
Got
Yeah.
you. Got you. Got you. So I guess you kind of brought it to the fix and flipper, and
Yeah.
he flipped it.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So then, did you get paid like at the end of the partnership when he sold
Oh,
it? Like,
okay. So with that one there, I get when I assigned it to the end buyer, who was one of the biggest end buyers here in the Chicagoland area that I knew. So it came right up front.
okay. Good.
Uh, Now, as far as with the fix and flips, I was networking with the local group here in the Chicagoland area and hooked up with some guys, put a little money in. We had a realtor, had the title company already, had the team ready to go,
Nice.
that kind of thing. So,
Nice. That's good, man. Oh, okay. So you're not a newbie at all, man.
no, you know what? I'm not a newbie at all, but I have got stuck in this procrastination stage uh, and really hadn't been doing what I should be doing. But I know 2025 is coming up on us, so I want to make the change for 2025 and make as much money as I can and go from there.
Absolutely. I like that, man. I like that. But yeah, I mean, look, you got more experience than some of the folks in the first flip family, so that's good that, we could tap into people like you and just leverage off of your experience. Because, like I said, the first one is always the hardest. But since you already have a little bit of experience working with realtors and title companies, and you got a general understanding how the process goes,
Hmm.
that is great, man. That is great. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
So
So,
where are you based out of?
so yeah, I'm originally from New York. I went to school in Baltimore. I went to Morgan State University, and after I graduated um, college, I went to
Hmm.
school for accounting. I ended up staying in Baltimore. So, luckily for me, Baltimore is a lot more affordable than New York as far as like real estate market. and it's a ton of investment activity going on there. So I
Mhm.
kind of landed in the right place. I don't know if it was the right time. I guess it was a good time, so to speak. So ever since then, I just stuck in the Baltimore market. I live there and I also invest there too. So I know it very, very well, very, very comfortable with it. Because there's nuances, right? There's nuances with each market. Even like
Mhm.
how you said you had the condo. So, you know, you're local to the area. You kind of know what the values are, how to assess it, and things
Mhm.
like that. So, same here with me in Baltimore. And yeah, man, maybe I'll expand in the future. Who knows? But so far, Baltimore has been good to me, and I like it a lot, man. I like it a
So
lot.
are you much like a buy and hold, or do you flip, or?
So I started off as buy and hold, actually. So I started off, I acquired like four rental properties. They were each cash flowing me like $200 a door. But at the time, I was working after I graduated school. I was working in the government, and then
Mhm.
I was like, "Look, man, I don't really like this 9 to 5 thing. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, but I also know that like these rentals can't really, they can't replace my 9 to 5 income. So I need to figure out something." And that's when I stumbled upon like wholesaling in 2016, 17 ish,
Mhm.
and that's how I got into it. And ever since then, it just opened my eyes into, building relationships with buyers and eventually doing my own flips. I actually got one flip. I'm actually renovating one of my first rentals I bought. I'm gonna finally sell it, put it on the market, hopefully before the year is up. But dealing with contractors and keeping them on their
Oh
toes.
yeah.
Yeah,
The contractors, they'll get you.
yeah, it's not the most fun. I'm not gonna lie.
So how long have you been in?
So yeah, I started in 2016.
Oh, since 16, so about
Yeah,
8 years.
yeah, about 8 years. So,
And you do this on a full-time basis now?
yes, sir. Yep, full
Okay.
time basis, man. Hmm.
Well, I work for the Chicago Public Schools
Oh,
on a full-time basis, and I want to get rid of that.
oh yeah. Oh man, I feel like everybody. Are you a teacher or you work
Yes.
administrator? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Well,
feel like.
teacher and slash administrator.
Oh yeah, I know how it is working in public schools and
Hmm.
limited resources. You gotta wear all, hats and be flexible.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
but yeah, I feel like, teachers is one of those professions where it's like you never forget who your teachers are, right? It's like a
No.
valuable impact on people's lives. And
Hmm.
hey, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, man, people just gonna remember how you made them feel. So
Right.
that is something that is something that is valuable for sure. So why you want to leave it? You don't like it?
Oh, no, 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 no. I love it. I just want to be able to, do other things, do a lot of more traveling, because
Yeah,
that's what I love to do.
yeah, true, true, true. I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I,
and
I love I love the kids, but
yeah, I
and
hear
and
you.
you see, if I would have took this real estate serious enough when I first started, I
Uh,
wouldn't be right there right now,
right, right. That
because
is
I know that there is money to be made in this business. All you have to do is apply yourself.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. And lucky for you, you got the flexibility, so to speak. As far as if you're following the school calendar, I know there's winter breaks coming up, and obviously in the
Mhm.
summertime where you can really like use those specific time blocks to like hone in and go all in, so to speak, on real estate. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, definitely a good opportunity, man. So
Yes.
I think you had a question in the community. I think you posted about a script or something like that, or
Yes. Like a like guided list of questions, guiding list of questions.
yes, 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 yes. I actually do have a script. I got a couple scripts actually. Um, And I don't even know which one I'm gonna give you. I guess it depends on the situation. When you say script, are you referring to talking to like a cold call, talking
Yeah,
to like a new person for the first time, or
I would say for cold calling right now, my goal is to focus on the next 90 days on pre-foreclosures here in the Chicagoland area because pre-foreclosures are popping up everywhere and everybody's trying to get into them.
yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely. All right, let me yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out how best to like incorporate the scripts inside of the classroom, but I could again, I don't know how to do it, but let me just see if I can share my screen here because I definitely have a bunch of scripts. Um, again, I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years. I don't really use them, but once you like learn it, you kind of like
You're not gonna forget it.
yeah, yeah, or not only that too, you kind of put your own spin on
Your
it.
own spin on it.
And as long as you get the
Mhm.
foundational questions answered, you'll be straight. But let me see if I could pull out this script. Uh, so cold call script. There we go. This is one. So essentially, what it is do you see my screen?
Uh, no, it's not up.
Oh man. Okay. Let me see if I can share it again. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Because I'm gonna just show you exactly what I use in my business. How I learned to get it done. Can you see my screen now?
Okay, it's starting to come up. There it is.
Okay, cool. So this is what's called NEPQ real estate. It's the cold calling script. If you look it up, it's like a course I took. I think I paid a couple thousands of dollars. It's called seventh level sales. It's a big real estate course. I mean, you could check it out. It's like big on sales, but again, I'm gonna give this to you for free. So I mean, you could go pay for the course if you want, but I'm gonna give it to you since I already paid for it, right?
Okay.
And what he does is like he creates the script based on certain stages, right? So the initial stage here is the connecting phase. So this beginning phase, you want to be able to connect with the seller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just say, hey, it's Tim here with um, Chicago Windy City home buyers, holding a copy of your tax records on 123 Main Street. Just checking to see if you could help me out for a moment, just to grab their attention. Um, and once you get their attention, they'll either give you a few answers, right? They'll say maybe give me an offer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll just say, yeah, I'll definitely go through that with you, but we just want to let you know that, I want to figure out the condition, the layout of the home, and just more details so I would know what to be able to offer you. Um, so just to try to buy some time because ultimately you want to figure out the condition of the home, right?
Right.
You want to figure out the timeline, like how soon do they want to sell. If you're
Mm-hmm.
focusing on pre-foreclosures, right? Timeline is super important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, and then also the price and see why they have a reason to sell. And pre-foreclosure will probably answer the timeline and the motivation. So it's good though. It's definitely good. So yeah, once you connect with them, then you move on to the situation phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you talk about their personal situation, right? This ties into their motivation, like mortgage balance, house. Do they currently live there? Is it rented out? Is it tenants? Um, and just different questions to figure out what their situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's an investor, you'll ask them if there's tenants, how much they paying, stuff like that. If it's vacant, then it's like, oh boy, it's been
That's a
vacant.
total different ball game.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, you behind on your more like how long has it been vacant? You gotta sound concerned to really figure out what's going on. Maybe they just want to let it go, but we gotta understand like why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we ask them these thought-provoking questions like how long it's been vacant. What about as far as the maintenance and who's responsible for the property taxes and things like that?
Right.
Try to really figure out the situation, right? And then problem awareness phase is just another phase after the situation, just to understand their motivation, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
their motivation is clear, you just repeat it to them. Just so I understand the rationale behind you might consider moving on from the property. Besides, you behind on your mortgage, whatever they said, just repeat it, right? Like, what's the main reason you're reaching out to us rather than, I don't know, put the property on the market, which might be the next best option? You
Mm-hmm.
just ask that question of trying to go deeper to
Right.
really get through to them. And again, it's just another series of questions. You got to figure out more about their problem for not so much for you, but for them. Because when
Mm-hmm.
they speak it, it's like it becomes more real, so to speak, right? So once they answer these questions, then they'll realize, like, yeah, they really do have a problem in their hands, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they figure out they have a problem, now we got to bring them to the solutions, right?
Right.
So it's like, what happens, like before speaking to me, like what have you tried to do so far that you can stop dealing with, the you behind being behind on your mortgage? And if they say nothing, like, well, what's prevented you from taking care of this in the past, though? So it's just your tonality is important because you really don't want to come off like a detective and trying to like
Mm-hmm.
ask questions, but just if you ask them with a concerned tone,
Mm-hmm.
it
And
shows.
then you'll get those answers.
Exactly, exactly. So tonality is super, super important. Super, super important. So yeah, once you take them through the solutions awareness phase, then it got the consequence phase and the qualifying phase, and ultimately, you either close the deal at the end, right? You just run the
Right.
comps, you do the due
That's
diligence.
the goal.
Yeah, but it's a process. You got to take them
Yes.
through the process. You can't skip any steps. But I'm gonna give this to you so that way you can review it. What's the
Okay.
best way you think I could give it to you?
Email.
Email?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's a good? I'm trying to figure out. Could you type your email in this?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for here. And I'm gonna go here. Okay.
All right. Oh, National Home. Is that the name of your company?
I know that's just the email.
Oh, okay. About to say that sounds pretty legit, man. That's a good company name for sure. But all right, bet. So yeah, hopefully, like once you take your time and take your time with the script, read it, familiarize yourself with it,
Hmm. And
and
start to implement it on the calls that I'm doing, and then it's gonna come more familiarized to me, and I can just flow through like that. Bam, bam, bam.
yeah, exactly. There you go. Over time, you definitely it's gonna come easy to you. So you started making calls already?
Oh yeah, most definitely, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, let me send this script here. Oh, script.
So how long have you been on the school platform here?
I want to say. So I actually first heard about it from this girl. I think her name was Kalisha Carter. I think I
Hmm.
met her like at a networking event,
Hmm.
and she teaches people how to raise money.
Okay.
Yeah, she teaches people how to raise capital. Um, and that was probably a few months ago,
Hmm.
probably like in June or July. And then I was like, maybe I should start my own community to, teach fellow real estate wholesalers. And that's what I did. I want to say like a month or two ago. It's still fairly fresh, still fairly new.
And so you hold this call here every week on Wednesday, or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I try to. I try to be as consistent as possible for sure. For
and
sure.
so do you get much participation from the community?
That's a good question. It varies, you know. It definitely varies. I definitely get a few. I feel like every week is like a different set of people that show up.
Okay.
Um, so it varies. So I try to remain consistent and try to keep it open ended, especially for people that's just starting out. Not too familiar with real estate or wholesaling real estate and things like that. And
Mhm.
I just try to be here to serve people. How about you though? How did you find out about school?
I found out. I seen something on Facebook, so I clicked on Facebook, and then I found the community, and I found this about a little over a month ago. That's
Oh,
been,
okay.
yeah.
So it's still really fresh. Yep. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, oh man, I just sent it to the email. It says it was unable to send. I don't know. It got bounced back for some reason.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me check.
Optional home buyer 76 at gmail.com.
Yeah, Gmail. Hold on. Give me 1 second to log in. Maybe I put the wrong thing. Hold on. Don't tell me I didn't forget the email.
It happens. It definitely
Oh,
happens.
hold on. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay, maybe you know what?
Mhm.
I uh I gotta go back and look through my notes. Maybe it's not National Home. This
No,
is really bad.
no, no, it's okay. Cause
Okay,
you know
well wait a
what?
minute here. I'm gonna give you my other email. This is my personal email.
Yeah, cause you made me think with that question. Like, I really do need to post like my calling scripts. I do have a bunch. I was gonna put it like as a maybe like as a unlock. So like if you get to level 5 in the group or level
Mm.
3, you get access to it then. Um, but I just wasn't sure which put it. So yeah, brought it up. Now it's at the top of mind. So now I got to incorporate it somehow. When I figure that out, I'll let you know. But I guess since that's your email, you could be the first one to get it,
Okay.
sort of thing. You know. So this is your personal email right here.
Yeah, that's my email there.
Cool, 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 cool. All right, let me try to send it to that one.
And I am trying to see.
All right, so I just sent. Let me know if you got it. Let me know if
Okay.
you got it. It looks like it went through, but
Oh yeah, I got it.
awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, you got any other questions? Or
No, not at this moment.
got you, got you. Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, Tim, I appreciate you jumping on the call. Uh, look, man, I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you grow in real estate, and hopefully, I could just help you close some more deals.
Oh yes, most definitely. Um, we will be in contact. I'll be on the next call, so I'll make sure I come out every week and we get to know each other. Let's do some deals together. Let's make some money
Yes, sir. I like the
and have
sound of
a
that.
very prosperous 2025.
I know it's right around the corner, man. It's scary. It's getting scary, but hey, we got a plan to be successful. So it starts now. Planning starts now, for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, thanks. You enjoy the rest of your evening, man. You have a blessed one.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Take care.